I was correct from the start. And this video is regarding the whole situation with RedstoneDaCube, how he faked cancer and all that. And that is not appropriate. It affects the whole community, the community as a whole, whenever stuff like this happens. And we're also going to be talking about the inappropriate actions that Icy Nutella has taken. And I hope you all agree with me on that. I currently don't plan on making profit on this video, nor do I want to make profit on this video. I am just making this to get the information out about this entire situation. And we have a bunch of proof proving that Redstone was faking his cancer. And it's pretty clear how blatantly obvious they made the story. Like, blatantly obvious. I'm not sure how people didn't catch it. Like, it was so obvious to the point that it should have been caught the day it was posted. But I'm not going to blame the people who did not catch it. Many of them were mourning the death of their favorite creator or a creator they watched. So, these things are pretty easy to oversight in situations like this. Now, respectable community members of the Hive community have come out and started saying stuff, and the first one to actually do anything about this is Icy Nutella. And I don't know if Icy Nutella thinks this is just a joke, something that you can joke about, but clearly he finds some humor in this. And people obviously don't want RedstoneDaCube to come back. And it's really obvious. And it's absolutely outrageous what RedstoneDaCube done. And you'd think with all the exposing videos on YouTube where people just get exposed and then people have to write remarks about it, the people who done these supposed fakings and all that, them responding to their situations because what they done. And you'd think people would learn already. But clearly people have not learned one bit from any of that. And here's something the mother supposedly said, and it's about her saying that she's been lied to by her son as well, and she knows how much it's hurt everyone, and she doesn't know, because she is... It's not really affecting her as much as it's affecting the Hive community. And don't even think this is the mother. How faked this is, all of this is. Now, this is literally just the mother ranting about how she's mad and all that stuff about the whole situation. We're not sure if this is actually the mother, but weird thing is how the things got censored. Like, dying. The word dying. That's... You wouldn't think about censoring that if you were mad. You would just type what you thought. And banning them off of every social media platform and how it's phrased makes this seem really fake. This lady or account supposedly being the mother and the one being talking says that she wants people to just be quiet about the situation and wants people to respect their privacy, which I understand, but stuff like this just cannot slide. And what Redstone done was just outrageous. Like I've said multiple times. Probably my fourth one now. And parents should always monitor their kids' accounts. Like, you don't know what your kid's doing on your accounts, and there's posts from Kyle, Redstone's brother, saying that he visited Redstone in the cemetery and saying that he missed him a lot. And what doesn't add up to the whole story here is he went alone in church and yada yada, and he was heading home, and this is just out of the blue. When I saw a family of homeless, good thing I had a little money left that I saved up, so I went to Jollibee's, ordered some burgers, because that's the only food I could afford, and it's just weird. Why would the manager just come up to you and be like, "You ordering alone?" And it's just the mistakes in this. The amount of obvious storytelling that's being that Redstone's trying to convey is just off the walls. Now, this is supposedly the mother actually speaking, saying that she's outraged by the fake statement that was released earlier, pretending to be from her regarding the passing of her son. And the terminology on this is also as strange as everything else on this whole trying to prove Redstone situation. And it's nothing adds up. Nothing adds up in this story other than Redstone lied. That's the only thing that people can really get out of it is Redstone lied. And here's a image of Kyle, his personal account on Facebook, and Kyle changed his name to Kevin De Los Santos, and this just proves the whole thing's fake. It's so fake, in fact, that I'm surprised that some of this stuff hadn't been pointed out earlier. Now, it's just gotten to the point where it's straight up harassment from Icy Nutella. Nutella has supposedly made a meme coin on RedstoneDaCube, and someone has apparently already bought $200 worth of it. And this is something that Icey should not be doing, no matter what. Um, Icey doesn't seem to be taking this seriously. No hate on Icey. I don't have anything wrong with him. I just think he's going a little bit too far with this. But someone has supposedly already bought $200 worth of this meme coin. And based off this message from the Discord, Icy seems to just find this whole thing as a joke. Probably just another thing that gets him money. I'm not saying that Icy is a bad person, I'm just saying what he's doing is not appropriate. Now, I am not saying that RedstoneDaCube does not deserve this backlash. He really does, but with all of this stuff coming from a respectable member of the Hive community, I don't find this appropriate. Now, I'm concerned about how the future of Icey's channel will look. I am a pretty huge fan of Icey, and I got into him through the Blash, but this can really alter the direction of his career. But I don't know if Icey's profiting off this. If he is, that's very bad. Really bad luck. And probably just using this to pay rent, something like that. And I understand, like, you gotta pay rent sometimes, but Shouldn't really go that far. But it's gotten to the point where Icy Nutella is just harassing RedstoneDaCube, and this information may not even be true, and Icy's already going into full attack mode. Now, from what I have seen, the information is true, and none of it really adds up, other than to the point that Redstone is faking cancer. That's the only obvious point in this. And I don't know if Icy's just trying to... I don't know what Icy's trying to do, but it seems like he's just trying to farm this one event. And he should have went through a different method of doing all this. He should have just posted a one and done video. And if anything else happens, he should have updated people on the stuff that happens. But Icy is just going way too far with all this. And it's really, really far. Way too far. Just for some kid, though I do know he's around 18 and stuff like that, but this kid supposedly faking cancer and all that. I'm going to emphasize the supposedly because he may not actually be doing it, but it's pointing towards that direction heavily. And you don't know in stuff like this because you can't really trust everything. But for the most part, everything is just adding up into the position where Redstone is obviously faking. I've really known that he probably was. I've known it ever since I met Kyle. I can't remember the name of his brother, but ever since I met him, everything just seemed off. And I don't want to understate anything, but it's more or less of Icy dropping a bomb because, like, it would be like Icy being a police officer and engaging a bomb on a situation where you could easily handle it with just a few simple actions. You don't want to go over the top, but you don't want to do so little that everything's just not adding. Like, you don't want... It's just so inappropriate how Icy plays. Not Icy plays. I'm gonna keep saying Icy plays. I do not mean Icy plays, but Icy Nutella. Icy Nutella is just going a bit too far with it. And that's basically all I wanted to say in this video. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly rephrase what we're going over. Basically, RedstoneDaCube has a lot of allegations against him, and it's pointing towards him faking cancer, but nobody's surely, like, really sure what's going on. We're just going based off the stuff that we have, and all this stuff is pretty bad. But how Icy Nutella is reacting to the situation is also very absurd. And he is the first one to actually respond to this, but, like, he's the first one to respond to the situation, so I can understand that it can get blown out of proportions, but you gotta do it to a point where, if it's to a point where you can clearly see that you're going too far and other people think you're going too far, you just need to slow down. And it's just really bad what both sides are doing on this part. And I'm honestly really disappointed with how the Hive community's handling all this. Now, I'm not too concerned about Icy plays, ruining his career over this. He's pretty respectable most part of the community, but sometimes you can go a bit too far. And yeah. Main summary, yet again, Icy Nutella blew it out of proportion, like hugely out of proportions, even though it is a very big thing. And RedstoneDaCube is faking cancer. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a great night. I hope to never have to make a video like this ever again, because I don't want to be known for covering live drama, stuff like that. I'm just posting this to get the information out about the whole thing. I hope you all have a great day and have a great night. Like and subscribe so that you can help out the channel, just so I most likely won't have to do stuff like this ever again. Hope you all have a great day and have a great night.